Okay guys, because bro in the comments requested this, I bought the AOC 25G3ZM, but the OGs from the past know that I'm not the biggest fan of VA panels, mainly due to ghosting. But this 240Hz model being priced at just 140 euros seems like a good deal. So without any prejudice to past experiences, let's open it and see if this thing is good. And unlike other manufacturers, AOC for some reason doesn't cheap out on the box design, so let's hope they didn't cheap out on the actual monitor itself. It comes with some things that no one cares about, but most importantly, it has an HDMI and a DisplayPort cable included in the box, which is great. But I swear, unwrapping the stand took more time than assembling the rest of the monitor combined. Like a Pharaoh's curse or something. And you know what? My first impressions of the stand are really good. It is fully metal, like some weapon of some sort. Super solid. Very nice. The monitor also has a VESA mount, which is great for those using it with a monitor arm, and in general everything seems to be really nice and well built so far. The assembly was also tool free, but now let's just get to the important part. Like, let's just turn it on and see if it performs just as good as it looks from the outside. Okay, and the first impressions are that it is very dim for some reason. Let me tweak the settings real quick. Okay, and apparently it was set on only 20% of brightness right out of the box, which is slightly concerning, and not because the screen is not bright or anything, but because some people don't even go to the settings when they buy the monitor. Anyways, when you set the brightness to 100%, it is genuinely bright, so nice. The colors look pretty nice and vibrant, and even though the color profile is set on warm right out of the box, I don't feel like I need to change it, as it definitely isn't as yellow as a CRT monitor from the 90s. And yeah, I guess there's not much else to say about the colors. In comparison to an IPS screen, they may look washed out a bit, but I think for someone that didn't daily use a good IPS screen for the past couple of years, they wouldn't even know what they're missing out on. Blacks are good, as they really look black, and in general the monitor's colors are overall nice to an eye. As for the UI, navigating the menu is not as intuitive as with a joystick, but I guess it does the job, as the menu is very snappy and responsive. And let me just quickly mention that the stand is very sturdy. Like, you can rage quit and the monitor would just chill in place. It doesn't wobble or anything, and there's this hole that you can do the cable management through it. I personally didn't do a good job on it, but yeah, it is definitely possible to have a very nice cable management done with it. The viewing angles are not that great because it gets dim from the sides, but as a positive from that, at least you get low sun reflections on the screen, I guess. Now, onto the thing that I would personally care about the most, ghosting. Because in my day-to-day tasks, for example when going through supplier catalogs or reading something, I really care about low ghosting, because when it's high, the letters bleed out when scrolling, and it is personally very uncomfortable and makes me want to crash out. But fear not, this VA panel is genuinely one of the better ones I've seen. Like, it has the least ghosting in comparison to other VA panels I've seen. And of course, it is definitely higher than the IPS panels, for sure, like no doubt about that, but definitely not a deal breaker. And reading random stuff on Reddit doesn't cause a fatigue. Gaming feels great, and even though the 100 euro AOC we've tested last time had noticeably faster pixel response time, aka lower ghosting, but once again, I think that for people who haven't used a more high-end panel wouldn't know the difference, which is good, I guess. And as for the ports, it has two HDMI ports, a DisplayPort, and some random audio port. Not much, but I guess it's all you need. Design-wise, it is pretty attractive with some red accents on the back. And let me get back to the stand, because it is really good and sturdy. The adjustments go up and down, and even if for some reason you want to have a secondary 240Hz monitor, it can go vertical as well. Size-wise, I'm more used to the 27 inches, but yeah, it is definitely noticeably larger than a 24-inch monitors, and for some, the legs might be too large, but yeah, that's where the VESA support comes in and helps. To conclude, it is a genuinely good monitor with a good stand, like put a stand counter somewhere in here, high refresh rate, and a great price too. And as you could probably understand, I wouldn't maybe buy it personally, cause IPS or OLED in my opinion is the king, and when it comes to looking at something every single day for like 8 to 10 hours. I guess I really don't want to cheap out on this thing, but for this budget, there are no better options for 240 Hz gaming. Of course, at least here, if you add another 40 to 50 euros, you can get a 2K 180 Hz or Full HD 280 Hz IPS screen, but I guess that's already a different budget. Anyways, thank you for watching. Cheap bastard out.